meet a lot of impressive people in my line of work. I mean, you could say it's my job to do that, so I'm not easily super impressed. Well, today I'm prepared to be super impressed because I'm about to meet a couple of powerhouse women. I'm here at Wickwire Field to meet Marie-Soleil on her morning jog. I'm not much of a runner, but when you're interviewing an elite athlete, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm sure I'll be fine. Oh, Marie-Soleil! Marie-Soleil is a senior instructor at Dalhousie University, but that's not why we're here. Because Marie-Soleil is also a FIFA referee who works the World Cup. That's right, she's a soccer or football referee and has a full-time teaching career. I'm gonna be paying attention to every nugget of knowledge she has to share. Marie-Soleil! Hi! I'm so glad I caught you. You are a woman on the move.
Yes.
Woo! Well, how long is your morning jog?
Depends on the day, but I can be here for an hour and a half.
Oh, that's funny. I've already done a really long jog and you're probably tired. Would you prefer to sit down and chat?
Yeah, of course.
Wow. Are you all right? Not too tired?
Are you?
Yeah. Yes, I'm fine. That's quite a run you do, though.
I mean, I consider myself an elite athlete. Like, we run about 10 to 12 kilometers. Fitness is one of many important parts of what I do on the field.
I guess, because when you calculate, you're sort of running more than the athletes in some cases, right? Because you're following all the action everywhere it is.
The stats show that as referees, we run about the same thing as a midfielder. So,
okay.
But yeah, we certainly run more than the goalkeeper.
So at what point do you go, I'd rather be a referee than a soccer player?
So I started as a soccer player. And then, you know, when I was in my teens, I started coaching because I love the sport so much. And then I have two younger sisters, and one of them actually started refereeing. And, you know, she was making $12, $15 on a soccer field.
Oh, she was making the money.
Exactly. And coaching was a volunteer position. So the following year I switched, you know, just to have a little bit of extra pocket money. And that's how I started in refereeing.
I don't want to give it away, but your career absolutely skyrocketed to the highest heights of reffing, right? So where do you start and how do you get there?
I mean, there's literally 1,000 steps between, you know, refereeing at the grassroots level and then refereeing at a World Cup. And I never really made the decision that I would referee at a World Cup. I just always made the decision that I wanted to go one step further. One thing that really drives me in life is the challenge. You know, so things that are easy for me get boring really quickly. So refereeing is never boring because there's always a challenge.
Tell me about the level that you are at right now.
So I'm an international soccer referee. So I got the FIFA badge, which allows me to referee international games back in 2014. So I've been doing that internationally for 10 years, which means that obviously I referee international tournaments when they come. The World Cups come every 4 years. So I was lucky enough to do 2 World Cups. I was at the 2019 World Cup in France, and then last summer I was in Australia, New Zealand for my second World Cup.
Tell me about your most exciting game.
The one that I would pick is one from the 2019 Women's World Cup. So I refereed a round of 16 game in France between France and Brazil. It's exciting because, you know, you referee the host team of the World Cup, you know, at home against Brazil, which is such an iconic team. Yeah. So, you know, it's like the full stadium and all the support and the emotions that you love from soccer, you know, that's what you feel in that stadium in the World Cup when the home team is playing.
And Marie-Soleil is being a little bit humble here because I want it on record. How many other women are doing this job that you do? reffing at the World Cup?
So when we get to the World Cup, there's a team of about 100 to 150 referees from all over the world. So that includes, referees, assistant referees, now video match officials as well.
So there are fewer than 200 people basically doing what you do in the whole world.
Yeah.
So we talked about the physicality and, your support system. What kind of mental exercises have you had to do throughout to keep on going, because you have a whole other job as well?
So when we work with sports psychologists as referee, we train a lot like athletes would, breathing techniques, visualization techniques. We talk a lot about how to recover from mistakes, right? Because we make 300 decisions in a game. That's what the stats say.
With such high stakes.
Exactly. So we're bound to make mistakes. The idea is, if you make a mistake in the 10th minute of the game, to not let that affect the other 80 minutes of the game.
Right.
So there's a lot of mental strength that needs to happen there in order to kind of overcome this mistake really quickly. Those skills that you build of communicating with people, recovering from mistakes, those translate into all other aspects of your life. So it's a really good, job for teenagers in order, to grow as adults.
Oh, and I think some adults need it too. In fact, I would like some of this. Can you give me some of your skills too?
Absolutely.
Awesome. There are 5 levels of refereeing in Canada: district, regional, provincial, national, and international. A person can be a flag or ref, but once you reach the national level, you specialize. Marie-Soleil chose to become a referee, and the rest is history. So what are the tools of the trade?
Well, there's a few. The first one is the coin.
What? A coin?
Yeah, to decide who gets the ball first.
Okay, and that is not a normal coin.
That's a FIFA coin, a little special coin
That's
for you.
extremely cool.
Then there's cards.
Okay.
Yellow and red.
Is there any reason why it's red but it's orange?
No.
I mean, come on, this is orange.
So there's many reasons why we give these cards in a game. The most common for a yellow card is what we call a reckless challenge. So it's some sort of challenge that is above what we would expect for a normal foul.
Can you give me an example?
A tackle from behind would be a great example of a yellow card. A tackle where the foot of one opponent ends up on the other foot of the other opponent. Okay. That would be another example.
So where they're not looking ahead and they're doing something a little bit reckless. They haven't thought it through.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the red card is a step further. The technical jargon is serious foul play. So that's a tackle that really puts in danger the safety of your opponent.
So they thought it through. They knew it was going to be a dangerous move and they did it anyway.
Yeah, as a referee, we never judge the intent because we can't know what the intent was. We judge the action. Okay. So we don't know what they wanted to do, but what happened, cleats in the chest or cleats on the chin, that's a red card.
Oh my gosh, you should be a relationship counselor. That's really good. Just keep it judgment free.
Exactly.
It is what it is, but red card. What else have we got?
Obviously, the whistle.
Yes.
And there's an art to that. So, you speak with your whistle. So you're going to whistle like short and soft for like a throw-in or a corner kick. But if you're about to give a penalty, your whistle is going to be different. That's a nothing whistle.
No, that was me saying,
That's you speaking with your whistle.
Let's go.
There you go.
Is this everything?
Yeah.
Well, did you hear me?
Let's go.
Get out of here. Let's go play.
Red cards and yellow cards are only a small part of the role of a referee. It takes a lot of skill and training to learn all the hand signs and rules of play. I figure I've got what it takes, so after a quick introduction to the hand signals, I thought I would show Marie-Soleil my skills in training.
Direction. Offside. Corner kick. There you go. Go.
penalty kick. Oh, penalty kick. No.
We tried to use our hands, not our feet. Maybe in basketball. All right, next one. Red card.
That was not easy.
No, but that was fun.
It was fun. But you've got to really consider making your job look a little harder, because I had no idea how physical reffing was.
Yeah, and then you put the physical aspect on top of the mental aspect, and then you really have a challenge.
I mean, yeah, a challenge that I could not complete. And on top of that, you've got your whole teaching career.
Yeah, actually, I've got to go teach a class in about 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go take a nap right now.
No, that was just a warm-up. If you want to be a referee, you need to do that for 90 minutes. Got 5 more laps to go. Let's go.
Wait, are you serious? Thanks. Jaime Landry is the youngest person ever in Canada to be issued a distillery license. She knew what she wanted, she was prepared, and she pounced when the time was right. Black Harbour Distillery is where Jaime and her team make blended spirits and scrumptious ready-to-drink beverages. So how long have you been in this space?
It'll be 5 years at the end of August, which is insane.
Yeah, well, because you started at a very young age, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
How old were you when you got your license?
I was 19. I had to wait till my 19th birthday, but I was 18 when I started the business plan.
Oh my gosh, so did you submit the paperwork on your birthday?
I did. On my 19th birthday, I submitted my permits and license and all that.
So other kids, young people around the province are excited to go out for their first drink on their 19th birthday, but you were actually getting a license to make drinks.
Yes, yeah, I guess so.
You know that sets you apart, right? Like, this is not normal.
No, it was definitely a unique process to start when I was 18, for sure.
So it started out as a business plan in business school.
Yeah.
And then how did you go from submitting like a school project to the reality of a full business?
So in grade 12, I went on a humanitarian trip to Dominican. They took us through a sugarcane field and then didn't tell us anything and took us to a distillery. And I fell in love with that whole process. Like, we were out in the fields working, took us on a bus, took us right to a rum factory, and I got to see all the barrels and the aging and the whole process from the sugarcane that honestly looks like a bunch of wheat if you were like in a field, to this bottle of rum. And just to hear the employees' passion behind each bottle was so inspiring. So I came home and I was like, oh my God, I want to start this. But I was only 18. I didn't even know anything about rum. But I was like, I want to do this. And thought about it for a couple weeks and then just forgot about it over the summer. Then went to my first year at Dal in a business class where we had to write a business plan. And I decided to write it on opening a distillery, just with the passion from that trip and my grandfather making moonshine. It felt like it was a good connection to get into.
Your thing is that you really appreciate the stories behind the bottles.
Yeah, that was a big inspiration from Dominican, like seeing how they told a story from being out in the fields to the work that went into the product. That was really inspiring. And growing up, I mean, my grandfather passed away when I was born, but through our family there was always stories told about how he made moonshine, different products and recipes that he did with his moonshine, and how the passion for the family stories was there. So that allowed me to want to have that passion behind the bottle for customers.
So did your parents support you, or were they like, Jaime, that's a terrible idea?
At first when I came home from the class, they were like, oh, this is awesome, like start writing the business plan, like write everything down, get as much research as you can. Not thinking I was going to take it anywhere. And they're both not entrepreneurs. So when I started to take it very serious, they were like, oh, okay. Like, my mom was kind of like, hold off, I don't know if you should do this. My parents, my dad's into property. We own a couple of properties around Hubbard's, hence why I love being down here so much. We spent our summers down here, and just in this community, it's amazing. It's such like a small town, very support local family type environment. And so as a family, we checked out this building one day, and as soon as I walked in, I loved it. And it was kind of cool because Black Harbour went from being just my school project, my thing, and then as a family, we purchased the building. So it kind of brought the family in more to be a little bit more involved without having to be involved in the actual
your
business.
master plan was coming to fruition.
Yes. So as a family, we bought the building in March 2019, and then August 2019 is when we opened to the public.
And just so the world is prepared, what is next on your list? Where is this all going?
When I originally started my business plan, it was based all on RTDs, which is like the ready-to-drink cans and things like that. And then last minute decided to completely do a 360, and I wanted to introduce everyone to the spirits of Black Harbour, which is like our rum, vodka, and gin products, and get people familiar with that, and then move into the ready-to-drinks. So I think I'm on the route to get into those ready-to-drinks. We started with our booze bags, which I'm not sure if you've heard of those before, but they're a cocktail in a bag, and we call them booze bags. And that was my first little introduction to what the RTD world is like and what flavors people would like. I'm hoping to continue that into the canning.
Black Harbour Distillers offers a variety of drink options, but it's their rather unique mixed drinks that have earned them Instagram fame. I'm very excited to try these. So what are we going to start with?
So we're going to start with one of our most popular products, which is our Moon Mist vodka.
Yes!
It's based off Atlantic Canada's top-selling ice cream flavor. It sounds different, but it's bubblegum, grape, and banana. And
Still sounds different when you list the ingredients.
before we start, I want to give you the bottle here.
Okay.
And give it a shake.
Shake it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, what magic is happening in there? Look at this. Look how sparkly it is. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay.
So it's it's an edible
very
glitter designed for
pleasing.
vodka. And we put that into our Moon Mist vodka to add a little bit more sparkle to the fun product. It is still a 40% vodka, so it's got a kick to it. I find at first you're going to get that burn of our vodka, and then the aftertaste is that Moon Mist fun flavor.
Ooh, definitely smells like moon mist. That's crazy, Jamie. Okay. Summer is gonna look a little different.
So the next one we're going to do, this one's actually my personal favorite, and it was the first one we ever came out with. So it's our blueberry vodka. We use blueberries from Lunenburg, and then it's put into this bottle here. It is a dark, dark blue, but by the time we charcoal filter and go through our whole process, it comes out clear with Nova Scotia blueberries.
Beautiful.
This one is one of our top-selling drinks as well. We mix it with lemonade, so it's like a blueberry lemonade.
Oh, that is awesome. Ooh, it tastes just like blueberries, but it's like fun blueberry.
Oh, it took a lot.
It's got a little bit of
Yeah.
that, like, I don't want to say kind of candy, but it's just like blueberry, a little bit of youthful spirit.
Yeah, it's funny. I went through I think it ended up being 36 samples of blueberries, like different blueberries, to figure out which one I wanted. And it just happened that the one in Lunenburg was my favorite. The third one here is kind of what set Black Harbour apart, I believe, during COVID. So I came out with cotton candy vodka, which is this product right here. It was during COVID, everything was locked down, and I was on TikTok all the time, just scrolling through videos, and a little bit of an obsession. In the States, they have so many cool flavors. So I was like, I want to do something really cool here that I've never seen. So I came out with cotton candy vodka, and my boyfriend, my dad, they're like, no, nobody's going to get this. Like, I don't even understand it. Like, don't do it. So we did a small batch to start, and I labeled like 2 of them and took a photo and posted it on Facebook. And at this point, I was just kind of growing, so it wasn't... I posted it and was going to see if I got a couple comments. Went for a dog walk, because that's all you could do during COVID. And when I came back, my phone completely blew up. I had messages and phone calls and emails to get the cotton candy vodka. So me and my boyfriend spent 2 days delivering all through Halifax and HRM. We were here labeling and sending it out the door, and it ended up selling out in 2 days, and really put my name out there for unique products, which is what we continued with the Moon Mist and the cotton candy.
Why is that so good?
It's a fun one, and it's still 40%, so you still get that.
That is so yummy. Oh, I love that.
That's been a popular one, so we've kept that going.
Yeah.
The next one, last but not least for our tasting, is our newest product, which is the lobster vodka.
I just need to hold this up for you guys because I've been eyeing this from the side, and there is some, I want to say, like, meatiness to the liquid. There's some white particles in there. Yeah. Tell me that's not actual lobster.
It's not. So it actually, if you have a shellfish allergy, you can still drink this lobster vodka. We use different spices like paprika, there's sea salt, just to kind of replicate that lobster taste without having real lobster in it.
Oh my gosh, so I could serve this to friends who are allergic and they could experience
100%.
lobster for the first time.
Yeah, and we put a Caesar bottle on the back to kind of recommend what you should drink the lobster vodka with.
Okay.
It's been huge in Caesars.
Yep. Buttery and garlic in a drink. This is magical. Oh, it's good.
It's different.
It's like the butteriness supports the weirdness of the lobster.
Well, it's funny because when I did it, we
gonna
did it
try
with
it.
just lobster first. And like, I only like lobster because you dip it in butter. So we added some
Yes.
butter and garlic to try to do like the whole meal. And that's really helped with the Caesars too.
Oh my gosh. This is Willy Wonka style. This is amazing. Okay, do you have a cocktail that you want to mix up for me to try that might like highlight what you can do with these?
Yeah, we got over 20 cocktails, so we can for sure mix up one for you.
All right, well, hit me up, bartender.
So you tried the blueberry and cotton candy on its own. Now we're gonna do one of our most popular drinks, which is called the Double Trouble.
Oh, you're gonna mix your, okay.
Yeah.
I like this.
So we start with half an ounce of cotton candy vodka. And then you do a shot of our blueberry vodka,
Okay.
which is a fan favorite.
Blueberry cotton candy.
And then
that'd
we
be
add
delicious.
a mix of our blue raspberry simple syrup.
Oh, this is going to be very sweet, isn't it, Jamie?
And then it's topped off with lemonade.
Mmm.
If you're not into too much sweet, I usually do half lemonade, half club soda.
Okay.
And then of course,
Oh.
it's topped with
Oh my
cotton
gosh,
candy.
stop. This is awesome. Ooh, I don't know what to do first. Eat the cotton candy or drink the drink. Oh, this is so fun. Okay, let me just, there, okay. Stop it.
It's very summery.
It's 2 courses in one. And I'm starting to feel inspired.
Okay.
So would it be okay if I made you a drink?
Yeah, you want to come behind the bar?
I do, and you get out
I'll
of
get
here.
out of here.
You go relax. Okay, so I have been super inspired by Jamie, and I think I have an excellent idea that will impress even a mad mixologist like her. So we're gonna start with, let's see. Oh no, ice first. Yep. Okay, and then I'm gonna do not 1, but 2. Ooh. Shots of the lobster. Now, this is where I think she's gonna be really impressed because I'm gonna add the secret ingredient, which is a little heavy cream. Doesn't that sound delicious? 1, 2, oh, because you like your lobster nice and creamy, right? I bet you're even wondering, what is this? What is this delicious concoction? Okay, next, a little Old Bay seasoning. I'm just gonna shake that liberally in there. I'm gonna mix that up, almost there. Yep, that's the color I was looking for. Are you getting it yet? I think you're going to. Here we go. It looks like it's just missing one thing. I know. I need a garnish, just like Jamie's. I love the volume of the cotton candy, so... A dinner roll, and it wouldn't be lobster bisque without a little parsley on top. I think she's probably gonna want to put this on the menu. Okay, Jamie, here I come. Close your eyes for the big surprise. I present to you the frisky lobster biscuit.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Do you like it? It's got multi-levels, just like the sparkles, except that's Old Bay seasoning, and it should taste just like lobster bisque. You might want to give it a stir.
Okay, I'm gonna try this. Wow, I've never seen anything like this. Cheers.
Cheers!
It's different.
Does it need a little salt and pepper, maybe?
Yeah, I think salt and pepper would.
Would that help it?
Yeah.
That would make it taste good. Well, I don't know if I'll be leaving my day job anytime soon, but I certainly know where I would like to spend some time relaxing. Jaime and Marie-Soleil never squander an opportunity, and I think it's that quality above all else that makes them shining stars. However, they're both very quick to point out that they never would have succeeded in their challenging fields without the support of a whole lot of other people. And it's that I think is the definition of a team player.